Welcome to episode 332 of the AI Brief.
It's good to be here.
We are diving into what has been a really consequential week. We've got major model releases, some critical new collaboration features, and a few consumer alerts you really need to hear about.
It feels like a moment of real product maturation across the board. The announcements this week are less about small tweaks and more about, fundamental leaps in capability.
Absolutely. So today we've broken it down into a few key areas. First, Google is shaking up image generation with its new Nano Banana Pro model.
Then we'll look at OpenAI, which has rolled out ChatGPT group chats to basically everyone.
And then something really important. We have to talk about the serious warnings from advocacy groups about certain AI toys, especially with the holiday season starting.
And we'll finish up with a look at the top trending AI tools that can give you a productivity boost right now.
All right, let's jump straight into the big updates. Let's start with Google. Nano Banana Pro. What makes this a Pro upgrade?
Right, so the key here is fidelity and control. This model is built directly on the Gemini 3 architecture, and it moves the output standard up to 4K resolution.
4K is nice, but that's almost expected at this point, isn't it?
It is. The real value, especially for creative professionals, is the improved granular control. I mean, we're talking about dictating fine details like precise focus points, camera angles, specific lighting setups.
Things you used to have to fix in post-production.
Exactly, and the complexity management is where it really shines.
Yeah.
The model can handle up to 14 separate visual references at the same time.
14?
14. And for things like advertising or animation, it can preserve the identity of up to 5 different characters across a composition. That's a huge upgrade for consistency.
Okay, but let's talk about intelligence. Getting text right inside an image has always been a huge hurdle for these models.
A huge hurdle. But that gap seems to be closing fast. Nano Banana Pro has state-of-the-art text accuracy. It can handle long text inputs, multiple languages, different fonts, even complex graphic layouts.
So it's moving beyond just art and into functional design, like marketing materials or data visualizations.
Precisely. And that leads to what I think is the biggest game changer here.
The integration with Google Search?
That's the one. Because previous models, they can make beautiful images, but they struggle with facts, the hallucination problem.
Right.
Because this model can pull data directly from the live web, it gets accurate, real-time world knowledge.
So if I ask it for an infographic on, say, today's market trends, it's not just guessing based on old data.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It understands the context, it understands the facts, and it can generate complex, non-hallucinatory visuals. That sets a whole new bar for enterprise-grade tools.
Okay, shifting from visual creation over to text collaboration,
Yeah.
OpenAI just made ChatGPT group chats available to everyone.
A huge move. It's now on all tiers, Free, Go, Plus, and Pro. This really positions ChatGPT as a core collaboration tool, not just a personal assistant.
So let's talk mechanics. How big can these chats get, and how does the AI actually participate?
Up to 20 users can collaborate in a single thread. You just join with an invite link. And the AI itself, it's designed to be a participant, not a distraction. It chimes in when it thinks it's appropriate or when you mention it directly.
With 20 people, I'm immediately thinking about rate limits and usage costs.
They've been smart about it. The rate limits only apply to the AI's responses, not the human messages. And any usage cost is only counted against the specific user who triggered the AI's reply.
That makes sense. But the really critical piece for any business has to be the privacy. I don't want my corporate strategy session feeding my personal ChatGPT memory.
And that's the key decision they made. Group sessions are completely isolated. ChatGPT does not retain context or use any data from those collaborative threads.
Total separation. That's vital for professional confidentiality.
It's the kind of choice that will probably drive much faster adoption in large organizations.
Now we have to transition to a more sober topic, and
Go
that's the warnings around AI-enabled toys just before the holidays.
Yes, this is a really necessary conversation. The consumer watchdog group Fairplay has issued strong warnings, and they're basing this on testing done by the U.S. Public Interest Research Group, or PRG.
And what were the specific findings? We should focus on what was actually documented.
The main risks they found were exposure to inappropriate content and some pretty significant privacy invasion. PRG specifically tested a product called the Kuma Bear from Folotoy.
And the results.
They were alarming. The bear was found to discuss explicit topics, and even more worryingly, it provided detailed instructions on how to access dangerous things like knives and matches when prompted.
Wow. Okay, so what was the fallout from that, from the developer and the API provider?
The response from the tech side was very fast. OpenAI, which provided the API for the toy, immediately suspended Folatoy's access for a clear policy violation.
And the toy company.
Folatoy stated they're doing an internal safety audit and pulling the products until the issues are resolved.
Beyond the content risk, what about data collection? That's always a concern with these devices.
That's the other major finding. Many of these toys use always-on microphones to collect voice recordings and other personal data. The report highlighted that some were found to be sharing that data with third-party companies.
Which raises fundamental privacy concerns for kids and their families.
Absolutely. It just shows the lack of robust data protection standards in this new category of toys.
All right, let's transition now. We'll move into our slightly more measured segment, covering the other key developments that have been shaping AI this week.
And we'll start in the developer world. Replit has a new feature aimed at front-end creation.
What are they calling it?
It's called Design Mode. It's another feature powered by Gemini 3. And what it does is generate a functional and, importantly, a visually appealing user interface from just a simple text prompt.
So a developer gets more than just boilerplate code. They get a finished look.
That's the idea. It emphasizes aesthetics, managing the layout, choosing color schemes, implementing typography. It can generate UIs for landing pages, websites, apps, really reducing the time you'd spend on that initial design work.
And for the open source community, AI2 also had a big release.
I did. They released Olmo 3. This is a new family of open source models, specifically the 32B3 Think and Base variants. The important thing here is that they're topping the benchmarks for open models of their size, which is great for researchers and smaller companies that need that flexibility.
On the topic of availability, Perplexity is also expanding its mobile footprint.
Yes, the mobile version of their Comet AI browser assistant is now officially launched for Android. You can get it on the Google Play Store.
Now, for what I think is one of the most exciting developments, therapeutic advances from Chai Discovery.
This is a truly compelling story. Research from Chai Discovery, using their Chai-2 model, showed profound success in designing therapeutic antibodies. Their research demonstrated an 86% success rate for achieving desired drug quality properties right from the start.
An 86% success rate. That's a staggering figure in drug discovery.
It completely de-risks the pipeline. It means you can identify viable drug candidates much faster, potentially shortening preclinical timelines and accelerating the path to human trials. It's a real potential public health advancement.
In the creative space, a major partnership was announced between Stability AI and Warner Music Group.
This is a strategic move. The focus is on jointly developing commercially safe AI music models and professional-grade tools. It's an attempt to build powerful tech while respecting copyrights and establishing clear commercial boundaries from the outset.
And for automating tasks on your own machine, a new browser extension from Manus.
It's called the Manus Browser Operator. It essentially lets their AI agent operate directly inside your local browser to perform multi-step tasks, filling out forms, doing research across tabs, that sort of thing.
Finally, a quick note back on Google. An update to their research tool, Notebook LM.
They've integrated Nano Banana too. This lets you quickly create infographics and slide decks based directly on the source material you fed into the notebook. It makes the output of your research much more immediate and visual.
Okay, that covers the big shifts. Let's wrap up with a rapid-fire look at the tools that are really trending right now, the ones people are actually downloading and using.
This list is what's buzzing across coding, design, and general productivity.
Starting with the one we've already discussed, Nano Banana Pro.
Google's new professional image AI, praised for its precision control and that much improved text rendering.
Next up, for developers, Codex Max.
That's OpenAI's new frontier agentic coding model. It's designed to handle complex programming tasks autonomously. So you describe what you want, and it models the development sequence.
And for power users, GPT 5.1 Pro.
The updated model from OpenAI just for pro users. Better speed, bigger context window, and more advanced reasoning.
In the 3D world, there's SAM 3D from Meta.
Its main utility is creating usable 3D models from a single 2D image. A huge time saver for anyone building virtual environments.
For communication, Transgull.
It's a really comprehensive translation tool. It handles live conversations, speech, and even text that's inside images and videos.
For anyone trying to organize their thoughts, Jotlin.
Right. Its job is to take your messy notes and chaotic ideas and use AI to turn them into structured, professional project specifications.
Better PowerPoints. The name says it all.
An essential tool. It just uses AI to quickly make polished, professional-looking slides from simple inputs.
And for ultra-fast deployment, Cadabra.
This one is all about speed. You describe an idea for an app, and it builds, tests, and deploys the entire thing in under 3 minutes.
And finally, for branding, AnyMark.
AnyMark provides professional, research-backed logo designs and full brand kits, aimed squarely at startups that need a high-quality visual identity fast.
That was an incredibly dense week. We covered the professionalization of models with Nano Banana Pro and the massive collaboration shift from ChatGPT's group chats.
And, of course, those really essential warnings about consumer awareness around AI toys and the privacy risks involved.
The theme really feels like the maturation of the AI toolkit.
Yeah.
Models are gaining real-world knowledge, collaboration tools are becoming enterprise-ready, and the scientific breakthroughs are just accelerating.
The landscape is moving incredibly fast. It demands constant attention.
It's a fascinating time to follow this space, and we hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge you need to stay on top of it all.
And before we go, I'll leave you with one thought to consider. If models like Nano Banana Pro are becoming so good at generating fact-based, complex content, how soon until we stop vetting the data ourselves? How soon until we just trust the visual output as a factual source? That's a level of trust we all need to actively question.
A fundamental question for our digital future. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow and share this deep dive so others can stay informed. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next episode.